Highlights from the toughest event of the South African National Rally Championship, the Total International Rally. Total, earning our stripes in motorsport, earning our stripes for you.
The South African Rally Circus moves to the Northern Transvaal for the final and deciding round of the National Rally Championship. Some have come as works drivers with a mission to win the championship, while others, either driving for teams or as privateers, have arrived in Pietersburg for the season's most challenging event, the Total International Rally. Toyota, desperate for a win after a drought in 4 rallies, pin their hopes on their #1 driver, Serge Damso. But for Toyota's Glenn Gibbons and Peter Cuffley, this is sadly their last Class A drive. The championship stands wide open with one driver alone at the top of the log, and the pressure is on Nissan's Hannes Grobler.
Ja, definitief. Vanmôre loop die spanning baie hoog hierso. Ek is redelik gespanne. In die sin dat ons moet die tydren voltooi basies, behalwe as van die ander ouens uitval wat vir ons 'n probleem inhou. Ek dink ons grootste ding is om die kar op die einde te bring en julle op die einde te bring. En dit is nogal heel wat gevra op so 'n lang tydren, want hierdie tydren behels basies 3 nasionale, die lengte van 3 nasionale tydrenne, en dis makliker gesê as gedoen.
Here to participate with international status are Kenya's Patrick Njiru with navigator Surinder Thati. The team has participated at international level in Kenya's own safari rally, as well as various other events.
Very much, actually. I feel very happy to be here. It's a great feeling. The people here have been very kind, and the car is fantastic. This new Nissan Sentra is incredible. Very good car.
Nissan Motorsport have made their spare Sentra 4-wheel drive available to the Kenyan team, although Patrick will have less power underfoot compared to the Group A turbo that he's used to. The crew are automatically seeded first, being the only FOCA-registered international team, and they have the honour of leading off a very competitive 51-strong field. Next off, a Springbok team of Sarel van der Merwe and Frans Boshoff. Sarel lies 23 points behind Hannes on the championship log and would need Hannes not to finish and the 25 points of an outright win to take the championship himself. A win for France, on the other hand, will secure the Navigators' Championship for the 11th time. 10 stages lie ahead before the first regroup, stretching between Pietersburg and Sanin. Here on stage 1, Patrick and Surinder will take time to adapt to the car and the route schedule system of instruction for the navigator. Sarel and France have no such problems and blast through the stage in a winning time of 2 minutes 59 seconds. Next into the stage is the Toyota crew, Serge Damso and Vito Bonafide. After 2 wins in a row early in the season, followed by 3 non-finishes, they fought back to a credible 4th overall on the Toyota dealer rally, and many tipped this team for a win on this event. Carrying the number 4 on their car are Nissan's Nick Duval, together with navigator Guy Hodgson. This event in 1990 was disastrous for Hannes Grobler and his then navigator Piet Swanepoel. Today, a year later, Hannes strives not for a win, but a finish in the top 10 and national honours. In the seat next to Hannes for the second event this season is navigator Douglas Judd. As the leading cars start and finish stage 2 on the outskirts of Pietersburg, word is that Serge Damso has retired his conquest with a broken piston on the open section after stage 1. This improves the Ford and Nissan's chances immensely, but puts tremendous pressure on the remaining Class A Toyota of Glenn Gibbons and Peter Cuffley. Johan Evertsen and Steve Harding attack stage 2 in their Volkswagen factory Golf Synchro. The second Ford Sassel Laser of Glyn Hall and Martin Boerter, now 6th on the road ahead of the Gibbons-Cuffley Toyota.
That's a 10-second light now.
We join Patrick and Surinder in their Nissan Sentra as they prepare to start stage 3.
Right. 100 meters, 90 degrees left, 50, and then 90 meters, 90 degrees crossroads turn left, 90 meters branch right, sharp right, into medium left, 400 meters, nothing. Send it. 300, 90 degrees.
For a crew who normally drive to international rules, with pace notes and pre-practice runs on the stages, the Kenyan team are coping very well.
And 200 flying finish, straight on. 100 flying finish. And 100 T-junction turn right. 50 T-junction turn right.
After winning stage 1, Sarel van der Merwe went on to draw stage 2 with Hannes Grobler. And although Sarel will go on to win this stage, only seconds separate the two crews. Impressing even the most unlikely spectators with his aggressive driving style, Nissan's Nick de Waal pushing hard with teammate Guy Hodgson. Creating a dust storm all of their own, Johan Evertse powers the mighty Golf Synchro through this 13-kilometer stage. After only 3 stages, the crews start showing the effects of the hot, dusty conditions.
It's dusty, hot.
Glenn Hall has an even greater need as he suffers burns to his feet, the effects of an ineffectual firewall. A long open section of 90 kilometers transports the rally to stage 4 in the forests around the town of Sukmakar. And Patrick Njiru is all smiles as he prepares to start this 18-kilometer stage. With 3 stages completed, Patrick and Surinder have obviously settled down, but they're still somewhat slower than van der Merwe, who's behind them on the road. After catching the Kenyan crew by a minute in stage 4, Sarel and France do their best to negotiate a legal way of increasing the starting gap. Their main concern is the dust, which hangs thickly over the sheltered forest roads, obscuring the driver's vision and obviously slowing down the crew's pace. Not that Sarel shows any sign of slowing here on stage 5. The Sentra of Nick de Waal and Guy Hodgson has started to overheat and in fact fails to emerge from stage 5 after the rotor arm in the distributor melted, causing ignition failure. De Waal wasn't the only Nissan crew having problems. The service team had troubles of their own, putting added pressure on the remaining crews. While the Golf Synchro remained competitive, Johan Evertse consistently lost 30 seconds per stage to the flying van der Merwe and Grobler up front. As backup to Sarel in the Ford team, last year's national champions Glenn Hall and Martin Botha keep the leaders well in their sights. One of the most impressive drives of the day was to come from Yanni Habig, who replaced an injured Cassie Coetzee in the Class B Golf. Teammates Chadwick and Constable were having both suspension and tyre problems in these tough and rough forest stages. Nuno de Cunha emerged from stage 4 with most of his rear suspension missing.
Johan, you must change the whole suspension.
Both Glenn Gibbons and Enzo Kuhn had to endure a spate of minor problems early on in the rally, but here on stage 7, both Toyota teams appeared to have their conquests sorted out. Leading the privateers and running second in Class C, Leon Botha and Francois Jourdain moved steadily up the scoreboard. The well-supported Uno crew, Paolo Pazzo Musso and Neil Watt, soon to retire with drive shaft problems. Leading a depleted Class D entry, Sjoerd van der Walt and Jaco van der Linde going well here on stage 7. Although not the longest, stage 8 turned out to be one of the roughest. We join Glenn Hall as Martin Botha talks him through a short part of this 26-kilometer special stage.
Okay, all right, no problem, go.
Unluckily, engine problems retired Glenn and Martin's Ford on the very next stage. Having led the rally convincingly up to stage 6, a puncture early on in stage 7 loses the van der Merwe Ford almost 2 minutes to Hannes Grobler, who now takes over the lead in his Nissan Sentra. The newly imported 7-speed gearbox gives the Laser far better acceleration in the tight sections. And here on stage 10, around the newly completed Sanin testing grounds, the spectators are treated to a driving demonstration never to be repeated in this municipal institution. Still very much in the rally are the Kenyan visitors Patrick Njiru and Surinder Thati. Both appear to be enjoying the South African conditions and both profess to be having a ball in the Centre. Once through this stage, the crews can take a well-deserved break as the cars are regrouped for the demanding 8 night stages that lie ahead. Glenn Gibbons and Peter Cuffley have fought back to a credible third, but most impressive is Yanni Habig in the Class B Golf, currently lying 4th. However, it's Hannes Grobler and Douglas Judd who lead Van der Merwe and Boshoff in the front.